You ever get feedback that was supposed to help, but just made you shut down? Yeah, me too. Today we're cracking open the feedback fantasy, why constructive criticism rarely works. Because most feedback protects egos, not growth. Let's figure this out together. Welcome to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential, the podcast where your transformation begins. I'm Sean Michael, and each day I'll bring you quick, impactful insights and action steps to fuel your personal and professional growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone ready to break limits and ignite greatness, this is your daily power boost to crush obstacles, stay focused, and awaken the extraordinary potential within you. Because remember, greatness begins within. Let's go. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. I'm Sean Michael, and this isn't about tips and tactics. It's about truth. Your growth doesn't depend on hearing more. It depends on hearing better. Yesterday, we uncovered the passion trap, how loving your work too much can wreck your boundaries. But today, we're facing another growth myth, that feedback, just because it's called constructive, actually helps. Let me share a story. A friend once told me, "My boss gives me feedback every week, but I never feel more confident. I just feel smaller." He wasn't alone. What he was getting wasn't feedback, it was a disguised demand to conform. Here's what I've learned. First, most feedback is just coded control. It's less about helping you grow and more about making you behave. It sounds like this. "Can I offer you some feedback? You're great, but here's what I would do." That's not coaching, that's comfort seeking. Feedback should expand identity, not reduce it. Second, real feedback mirrors, not molds. Inside identity driven leadership, we don't give feedback to force change. We reflect who someone already is and what's in the way. The most powerful feedback I've ever received: you don't need to prove your worth, you're already showing up as it. It didn't weaken me, it actually unlocked me. Third, feedback only transforms when identity is safe. Steve Andreas said, "We only accept change when it fits our self-concept." That means if someone's identity feels threatened, no insight will land. It'll just bounce. So if you want feedback to work, you've got to meet people where they are, not where you think they should be. Let's take a breath and get real here. Think about your last piece of feedback. Did it reflect your potential or just your performance? Did it call you forward or pull you back? The truth is, if it didn't speak to your core, it wasn't coaching. It was criticism with better branding. So how do we shift this? I want you to test this week. Reflect, don't direct. Next time you offer feedback, ask, what do you see that's working and where do you want to grow from here? Protect identity. Before giving feedback, affirm who they are, not just what they do. Request it differently. Want feedback? Ask, what's one way I could show up more aligned with who I want to be? Use your curiosity to ask, your empathy to affirm, and your clarity to reflect. The strongest leaders don't give more feedback. They give it differently. That moment I flipped my feedback lens, I stopped trying to sound smart. I started seeing people and calling forth what was already there. That's today's Daily Power Boost. Pick one, reflect, affirm, or request, and rebuild feedback as a bridge, not a bruise. Show notes have more insight on identity-driven leadership and the neuroscience of behavior change. And if you're ready to give and receive feedback in a way that actually grows your power, join us inside the Real Mastery Hub. Visit realmasteryhub.com and take your leadership deeper. Loved this? Share it with someone who's tired of constructive criticism that never builds anything. Tomorrow, we're flipping the failure script with quitting early can save your legacy. Because sometimes the most powerful move isn't pushing through, it's walking away with wisdom. Till then, reflect real, lead true, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.